Kumar, right over here. What's up, my brother? For me, it was with Rahman. And when we got into the studio, because I write my own lyrics, I wasn't just called there to everything ready and then just here's this lyric, just sing it. Then you're only there for 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. With me, it was always come in and sit and understand the project, understand the situation. Now let's think of something to write. Now let's start doing the music. Now put in your rap. So I ended up, I could take a month for a song also and be there every 2 days. You know, that experience is very different from other music directors.
So like, if you weren't a rapper, you would become a lawyer or something like that? What did you study?
No man, I always wanted to be an architect because my dad was an architect.
Okay.
And that didn't happen. And then I started my BCom. And then halfway through I realized that's also not my space. Then my dad enrolled me into film school. And I did at XIC Xavier's, I did my film diploma. And with that I went to the US and I did my BA cinema degree, which was in direction, lighting, script writing, all of that. But this rap stuff is something that is just poetry. It is rhythm and poetry, R-A-P. So for me it was just about, if you can write a poem, if somebody can put a rhythm to it, it's a rap. And so I started by writing poetry. And like you're a rapper, I know, Sriram. So the thing is, it's the best form of therapy, the best form of stress release. When you're a kid and when you hate your college or you hate your school or you hate your food, instead of fighting about it and shouting about it, write it down. Get your anger out. Talk about how much you hate that teacher, how much you hate that work. But once you write it down, it's out of your system, you know, and it becomes something more creative because then you have to rhyme it. Then you need to find a hook line to it. See all the latecomers, get out.
See, so guys, please cooperate. It's a request.
You can do it on the keyboard, just to avoid touching the keyboard.
As I grew up in Zambia and being an Indian in an African environment, it's like you're always a little outcast, okay? You don't fit in. And that happens to every one of us in different situations. For me, it was being an Indian in an African country. But being there, I realized all the friends that I wanted to be friends with, I thought they were all cool because they were breakdancing. Back then it was breakdance. And so then, luckily for me, my parents said, hey, okay, this guy's trying to dance, trying to do something, let him do it. They didn't stop me from doing it. So I took the breakdancing very seriously and I got into breakdancing. With the breakdancing, when we have like school musical plays or whatever, I'll be the only Indian kid breakdancing with 3 Zambian guys. So that became a cool thing for me at school. From there, from breakdancing, it moved on to rap.
Yeah, it's losing time.
EC Seminar Hall, if you want to talk to him, be there. How they live, fast forward like.
Yo, rapper Sriram in the house. With time for Gandhi, yo. Because writing is what can always improve. You know, you're rapping, your performance, okay, if you get a break on the stage, you can do it. When are you going to get your next show? That's when you can get better. But writing, you can sit right now and start writing. Keep writing. And you take out a beer, you put a beer there, and from the other side, you take out a gun and aim it. 5 minutes later, you take out a pen and a paper, and they start writing. Hey, Kobe just dunked. I'm about to get drunk. Here goes my gun. It's all real.
Tupac was a gangster.
Yeah, but the thing is, their messages are so real, even though they're talking about all this stuff. So as Indians and stuff, when we see that, we think, hey, let me also talk about my gun. Let me also, but you don't have that. So for them it works because it's real. What I'm coming to is, over here, hip hop will only work if we're talking about Indian issues. So we'll go to the mosque, we'll go to the church for Christmas, we'll go to the temple for Diwali. It didn't matter. You know, we never saw that difference. But over here, the minute I came here, it was like, hey, you're North Indian, hey, what's up? Oh, you're South Indian, hey, what's up? You know, you can see that. So I'm saying, if you are so educated that you can get beyond that, put that in a song. Talk about how we're just one, or there's one God, or something like that, to talk about religion. That was one thing. The Gujarat riots. When that happened, that's something that a Snoop Dogg can never talk about. He cannot talk about, you know, Bilkis Bano, because he didn't know about her story. So I'm saying, like that, if we can talk about our issues and our problems and be the voice of the people, the youth, that's when the country will listen and it grows bigger. That's when people's word of mouth spreads and they say, you know what, this album is selling. Why is it selling? Not because it's some bald-headed guy rapping. It's because this guy is talking about Gandhi, you know? And maybe instead of listening to an Eminem, we can listen to somebody talk about Gandhi. I'm nowhere in that lyrical space. They're all amazing. But I'm saying the messages that we want to give is stuff that only we can give because we know about it. You know, it's in you. So you have to bring it out. So, yeah, that's why that kind of stuff.
So why do all rappers develop a fascination for shining things?
Yeah, man. Before I started, okay, when it's like, well, in 2003 when my dad passed away in Zambia, after that every month you have to do this Amavasya thing, okay, Tarpana. Now, when I'm doing the Amavasya Tarpana, I'm in a veshti with no shirt with my punam, alright? That's me at home, okay? Now, if I came out here to rap like that, you would first laugh, okay? And then you'd say, man, this ain't no rapper, this is some priest who wants to be a rapper, right? The same thing, if I went with this bling bling and sat down in the temple and said, ha, sir, cholo, you'd be like, man, what's, you know? So the thing is, the way we are as a society is just that this to me is what gets a million other eyes to see this and say, wow, that looks cool, man. And then you say, yeah, I'm talking about the Gujarat riots. You know, so it's just, it's entertainment. End of the day, it's just entertainment. It's like all this stuff is just to entertain you, and if you can be entertained by good messages and good stuff, then it's great.
So wait, one sec.
No, they've been really nice, and the chat was really good. And bless us before the show.
Hello, here's my vocals up.
Some more, yeah, sure.